and retired from teaching in the Bible schools and now teaches on her own and performs around the community. Mrs. Schaefer, you might have heard the word Suzuki. You teach kind of Suzuki method, right? From little on up. And if you want to get a little kid started, I highly recommend something called Suzuki method. The first piece that we learn in the Suzuki method is what Mrs. Schaefer is going to talk us through right now. I wonder if you want to try something. I play, you play or something. See what happens. Twinkle, twinkle, first line. You want to kids? Okay, just a second. Are we running out to get music for that? Okay. I thought you could start with a little bit of just rhythm. Listen first. Parents have to be very creative psychologists. I've seen a lot of different parenting styles in my career of teaching. And I can tell you what works best and what doesn't work best. The parent who's like, get in there and practice and you have to, that's the one that doesn't work well. However, let me tell you about a certain parent that I thought was very creative, who used to have an agreement that after all the meals, I'll wash the dishes and you practice while I wash the dishes. That was a great idea. It gives you both something to do. I also knew a parent who used to say, I have a headache, and if you would go practice for a little bit and let me lie down, I think it would soothe my headache. Guess who that parent was I'm talking about? That was my mother. When I grew up, my mother would say, I've been working hard all day, and I just am going to lay down for a little bit, and if you practice just a little bit, my headache would go away. Do you know how enthusiastic I was? I would practice, and then I would like open her door and go, is your headache okay? And my mom would usually say, well, it's gone on this side, but I'm going to have to turn over and still have some more on this side. So anyway, be creative about how you can get student practice. Reward works great. And then understand that we're just kids, and sometimes we have to be kind of encouraged to practice. Okay. Let's see. We haven't had a chance to hear each instrument by themselves. Mary Had a Little Lamb, starting with the violins, then the violas, then the cellos, then the basses, and then all together. And we'll just play the normal version. Okay, violins. We're going to start us off. Just having 8 lessons. Okay, if you don't know about when the next rehearsal is, 5th grade doesn't start till after Labor Day. That's like 2.5 weeks away. So starting September, whatever.